Welcome to the Origin Summer Preview with the Dice Tower. In this series, we look at recently released and upcoming games for summer 2014. And now, recorded live at Origins 2014. Here's your host, Eric Summerer.
Welcome back to the Origins Summer Preview. I'm Eric Summerer here with Zev from Z-Man Games. This is a game I am extremely excited about. This is the dice version of Pandemic the Cure.
Pandemic the Cure, yes. It will be very familiar to those who know Pandemic, but I think it still has a very different feel in the gameplay.
Sure.
Getting to the same point of curing the 4 diseases.
Okay. That's the goal. Cure the diseases.
Cure diseases, same thing. We have roles that people will be familiar with, although a little changed up on because of the way the dice work. So here you have the world.
Okay.
And here you have a treatment center in the middle here, and then a track that marks the outbreaks and the infection rate over here.
We should know that this is the prototype version of the game.
This is the prototype version of the game, yes. You'll see some stickers on the dice and so on and so forth. You set up the game by having 12 dice put out on the board. You'll see the numbers match over here, so 3 with 3, and it goes from 1 through 6 over here.
You roll a 3, it goes to the 3 zone.
Exactly.
Okay.
You'll notice color bars here. That basically tells you the die that will most likely generate that number. So reds and blues can generate 1s, yellow and blue generate 2s, and so on and so forth.
Gotcha.
So you set up the thing there, and all our pawns, we start out on region 1. We also have event cards over here, and of course we have our rolls. Each roll, we have some special dice, and on the card it tells you what your dice have and what they do. And of course you have a special roll ability.
Okay.
On your turn, same thing, we're all saying, hey, what are we shooting for? What are we going for? You're going to roll your dice. Any biohazards automatically lock, and then you increase the infection rate.
Oh.
So that's very bad. And again, you lose if the infection rate goes all the way to the skull, and also with outbreaks, you lose when you get to the skull here.
Yes.
So any of these things you can you lock, and then you can resolve any of these dice, but you can re-roll as much as you want, except if you resolve a die, then it's locked.
It's locked.
So this is sort of like a treat. So if I want to use it, I do it. So what are the actions? Treat you know is removing diseases.
Yes.
So with a treat action, you can remove a disease from your region and put it in the treatment center, or remove it from the treatment center and put it in the bag of dice over here. By the way, another way to lose is if you have to draw dice from that bag and you have none and it's empty. Similar to the Pandemic player deck.
You have to sort of refill the bag.
Exactly.
So
yes, so you have to balance, oh, well, we have things here. Do we treat from here? And the other thing is, for example, we have the samples. So in order to find cures, you want to take samples from the treatment center and you hold on to them. So again, that sort of takes them out of the bag, but you do need them because you want to cure the diseases and you need samples. On your turn, you can also, someone in your region, you can give them samples. So it also locks your die. And it locks one of the dice from one of the disease dice. So eventually, one of the actions you could do at the end of your turn is you could try to cure, and you're going to roll all of the same color of dice, and you want to get to 13 or more. So 13 or more means you cure. Well, when you cure, all that colored dice in the treatment center go in the bag. Okay. So that's very nice. And also all treat actions similar to that ability where instead of removing one die, you get to move all dice of that color, of the cured color.
It makes it easier to get rid of that color die.
Exactly, exactly. So again, you roll. This ship means that you can move from one region to an adjacent region. And there's an airplane symbol. Airplane is fly. That means you can fly to any region. This one, as we said, is samples. Here you have a choice. I could do a treat or a ship move. And let's say any special. Oh, and this one, she has a special where it's a ship or a sample capture, the vial.
We should note that these symbols sort of appear in different distributions for each character.
For each character.
Sort of supports their
and some you won't find anyway. Like, for example, the dispatcher, you have the helicopter symbol. Nobody else really has the helicopter symbol. And when it comes up, you can do something special with it.
Nice.
Also event cards. So let's say you take your action, right? You roll all your dice. Once you resolve your dice, you're going to take dice out of the bag dice out of the bag equal to the number of cubes listed in the infection rate, and then you're going to roll those 3. So in this case, it's 3 dice.
Yep.
So you take 3 dice randomly out of the bag, you roll them, and then you place them. So we got a 4 over here, a 5 over here, a 2 over here,
okay,
and so on.
Now we're swimming in yellow.
Yes, but here's the thing: if you ever roll the cross symbol, it goes to the CDC. These are used to pay for the events. And again, cooperatively, you can say, "Oh, what do we have here?
Yep.
Let's do it." Again, it keeps them out of the bag, so you don't want to go crazy and hoard them because you want to get them back. So you may say, "Hey, let's do an airlift. Move any pawn to any region." Okay, it costs 1. So you spend the 1 pawn, put it in the bag, do the airlift. It's replaced by another event, and so on and so forth.
And some cost more than
and some cost more. As you can see, 2 and 3, correct. So you can see they cost very different amounts of crosses here. So then you can cure, right, you do the cure, and then you roll the dice, and that ends your turn. Play passes to the next player. Well, let's talk about outbreaks. So for example, similar to Pandemic the board game, if you ever get a 4th of same color, so not another, see there's 4 6s here, but since 1 is blue, 3 is red, that's okay. But if you get another red 6 here, you get an outbreak, and then you move that die, the extra die, to the next region over.
Clockwise.
So yeah, so you would say, let's say we get a red 6, so we would go there. And you can have chains of outbreaks, so if they happen to be similar numbers or whatnot, you can just keep going here. So that's how you mark outbreaks.
Yep.
You can see some of the rolls. We have the medic. Medic has like also special dice where you can do a double treat, or this is a treat all with the 3 symbol.
Nice.
The containment planner, the researcher. Research is good. She can give samples anywhere. You don't have to be in the same region.
Right.
Again, similar to the Pandemic board game where you didn't have to be in the same city to give any card. And that's really about it. It plays relatively quick, about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the number of players, and really a lot of fun.
Gives that certainly that pandemic flair.
Absolutely.
I have played this and tremendously enjoyed it. What's the time frame on this one? When should we see it?
We should have some copies at Gen Con, but I believe the official release is Essen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zev. And
pleasure.
The Cure coming soon.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you join us for the rest of our summer preview videos. We'd like to thank Gamma and Origins for making these videos possible. And we hope that all of you have fun gaming. See you next time.